Hello, welcome to the marketing video lecture series. We have been discussing in the past video lectures about the basic of marketing, the definition, certain basic concepts, the firm's orientation, and the holistic marketing concept. We also discussed about the consumer decision making model, popularly known as the five-stage model. And the last video lecture, we discussed about segmentation. So friends, now it is time to discuss about the marketing mix element strategy, that is 4 P's of marketing and the strategies related to this. In this video, we will discuss about the product strategy. The entire topic on product strategy is divided into 4 parts. We will discuss in this particular video 2 parts and 2 remaining parts in the next video. So now let us begin. In this particular module, we will cover product levels, product hierarchy, product mixes, and product line length decisions. However, in this particular video, we will discuss about the first 2 topics, that is product levels and product hierarchy. So now let us begin. There are 5 levels of products which are known as the core benefit, basic product, the expected product, augmented product, and the potential product. Now let us understand each one of them with the help of real life example. The first level, that is core benefit. When we talk about core benefit, basically it is the benefit for which customer is paying money, or in fact this is what customer is buying. For example, being able to communicate by voice, text, image, and movie are the core benefits of a smartphone. Right. So this is basically a person who wants to have the need to communicate using these 4 modes would like to have a smartphone. So therefore, this basic need is actually converted into basic need, the basic product, which is called a basic smartphone. So this next level, marketers convert core benefits into basic product. For example, marketers design a basic smartphone that enable consumers to communicate by voice, text, image, and movie. But now this is basic product. What would customer expect more? So the third level is called expected product. Here marketers add attributes that customers may expect. For example, a customer may expect voice clarity, clear image, battery backup, and a smooth touch screen. Now, these are certain basic expectations consumers might have when he or she wants to buy a smartphone. The next level is called augmented product. Here, at the augmentation level, the marketers may try to satisfy the wants of consumers in terms of feature-packed products. Say, for example, smartphone may be augmented with faster processor, more storage, more memory, sharp camera, more pixel, longer battery life, longer battery backup. All these features are added, and even few more features are also added, right? So augmentation is a level where the existence of product remains for a very longer time, and it moves into the next domain of potential product when almost all the augmentations have been done. So let us look into the fifth level, which is potential product. This level encompasses all possible augmentations and transformations. It's basically a futuristic product. Say, for example, what is a futuristic product in case of a smartphone? It may be a wristband, it may be a foldable smartphone, it may be a phone which actually works on virtual reality or augmented reality. So, all kinds of augmentations are over, and then you are coming out with a new futuristic product, which is called a potential product, right? So friends, this was all about product levels. Now let us move on to the next topic, that is product hierarchy. Now what is the meaning of product hierarchy? Basically this product hierarchy extends from need family to an SKU. When we say SKU, it is stock keeping unit or a single item that a consumer buys. So there are 6 levels of product hierarchy, starting with the need family, the product family, the product class, the product line, the product type, and finally the product item, or called SKU, stock keeping unit. Now let us understand each of these levels with the help of some example. Now what is a need family? Basically consumers have many needs, but finally all the needs having certain similar characteristics, they culminate into a broader need called need family. Say for example, need for transportation. A person would like to move from one place to another place in terms of local conveyance, in terms of outbound transportation, right, from one city to other city, from one country to other country, different modes of transportation, roadways, railways, right, waterways. So this is in general broad need category called transportation, which is a day-to-day need of every individual. Right. Now, how this actually goes to the next hierarchical level, which is called the product family. Now, when we say product family, all the product classes that can satisfy this core need called transportation, they are called product family. Say, for example, here I have taken private transportation modes. It could be public transportation modes, within which, again, if we go below, there are 3 4 categories, like as I said, roadways, waterways, railways, airways. Alright, so these are all different modes of transportation. I am choosing private transportation mode as a product family. Okay. Now let us move on to the next hierarchical level, that is product class or category. A group of products within a product family recognized as having certain functional coherence. Say for example, automobiles. Now automobiles are fundamentally, we generally refer to as all those modes of transportation which predominantly use roadways, right? So automobiles is a product category which actually be able to fulfill that core need of transportation, right? We still go below this, that is product line. Now what is a product line? Product line is a group of products within a product category that are closely related in terms of similarity of function, sold to the same customers, promoted through same channels, and fall within a price range, a given price range. Say for example, passenger cars. Now passenger cars, different categories, of course, sorry, different types are there: hatchbacks, compact sedan, sedan, uh, SUV, like that. There are various types of passenger cars could be there, but as a product line, passenger cars will fulfill the need for private transportation. Okay, so now let us still go down. Product line is now, it goes into product type. As I said, hatchbacks or a compact sedan or a sedan, right? So a group of items within a product line having similar form, right? In terms of shape, size, form, they share a lot of similarity. So here I have taken, say for example, compact sedan. Now compact sedan, now when you go to, that means, see, for compact sedan there are multiple brands which are competing with each other, and a consumer will have to choose a brand of his or her choice, right? So the next level down is called the product item or SKU, which is the last level in the hierarchy of the product hierarchy. Correct. So here, let us say we, for example, take Honda Amaze. Honda Amaze is an item which a consumer would like to buy, for example, to fulfill the need for transportation. Right. It could be some other brand also. Say for example, Suzuki Desire. Right. So this is what actually is an item which ultimately fulfill the need, the core need called transportation, right? So this is how A particular product is designed by the marketer to fulfill a particular need family. Okay, so I hope friends, you would have enjoyed this particular session. We have discussed two topics. Remaining two topics we'll discuss in the next video. Thank you very much.